Happy Gilmore 2 is the sequel to Happy Gilmore, which came out, how long has that been? I think it's been like 30 years now. In this movie, Happy Gilmore has been out of golf for a while after a very tragic golfing accident happened in the loss of his wife. He's basically resorted to drinking. He's pretty washed up. He's kind of a bum, doesn't really do much. His daughter, though, really wants to go to this dance school in Paris. However, it is expensive as all fuck, so he thinks in his mind, okay, the best way for me to get back into that is to get back into golfing if I'm going to get my daughter into a school like that. However, when he does get back into golfing, he realizes that there is this new sort of golf league or sort of golf trend that someone out there is trying to get going. It's supposed to be more exciting, flashy, meant to get people more on board with golf. Yeah, now it's Happy trying to win the tournament and also trying to keep traditional golf alive. The original Happy Gilmore is classic Adam Sandler. It's toilet humor, it's stupid funny, but it completely works for him. It's a hilarious movie. It's the type of movie that only Adam Sandler could pull off, and he absolutely pulls it off. Like seriously, Happy Gilmore is one of those movies. Whenever it's on TV, I will stop whatever I'm doing, I will stop going through the channels, and I will always watch it, and I laugh my ass off every single time. Wasn't the type of movie that ever needed a sequel, but 30 years down the line, I guess Adam Sandler felt, alright, it's time to finally give that movie a sequel, and thus, here we are. And I gotta say, Adam Sandler lately, when it's come to comedies, well, it hasn't been a very great stretch for him. Frankly, the dramas, the more serious roles he's been taking on for himself with movies like Uncut Gems and Hustle, I've actually been enjoying those a lot more. I've been enjoying seeing more of his range as an actor because the comedies that he's been undertaking for himself, the ones that he's been shifting more into as of late, they're just not really working for me. I really hate to admit, Happy Gilmore 2 is another one that just didn't really do it for me. Okay, I'm not gonna say the movie isn't funny at all. There are a few moments here and there that made me chuckle, that made me laugh a little. Like, you know, when he flips out, when he loses his shit because he missed a putt or, you know, the ball went in the direction it's really not supposed to go. Are those moments funny? Are they enjoyable? Do they bring a smile to my face? Undeniably at times, yeah. However, this is the type of movie that will do that thing that I hate when comedies do this. They will beat the joke to death. Like one little gimmick, one little gag, it works for a moment, but they will drag that out like nobody's business. And reaches a point where the joke will go from being funny to being very annoying very easily. For example, they bring up that Happy Gilmore, after the incident happened with his wife, he took up drinking. So throughout the movie, he has little hidden stashes of alcohol in things you wouldn't suspect to have alcohol in them. And initially it might be funny, it might be silly, but it just keeps happening to the point where like, okay, we get it. He's a drunk, he needs help. It's cool. We can stop now. It's like the movie just needed to have the same gag and the same joke with so many different moments over and over again, and it didn't need to do that. Also, yes, Adam Sandler movies, namely his comedies, are known for their toilet humor. They're known for being pretty stupid, but in a stupid way that worked for it, that made it funny, made it enjoyable. Happy Gilmore movie just felt stupid. I mean, even in the very beginning of the movie, his wife dies from him hitting a line drive that ended up hitting her right in the head. And is it meant to be emotional? Is it meant to hit you a certain way? I don't know. I just walked out of it, I'm like, that's really fucking dumb. Even the whole side plot of this movie, there's this guy who wants to make golf more flashy and more extreme and more unique for itself, and I can sort of understand that. I mean, golf isn't regarded as a very highly entertaining sport. I used to make this joke with my dad constantly. If I ever walked in the living room and I saw him turn on golf, I'd be like, oh, so you're taking a nap? And he never denied it. So yeah, I can kind of understand this guy's purpose in what he's trying to do. But again, at the same time, the idea that he's going about it, it's just completely over the top, and again, it's ridiculous. Like, not even the guy had big, bright ideas. He's just like, oh, let me just fire off some confetti right here and some fireworks if someone gets a hole-in-one, or if, you know, let's modify the courses to make shots a lot more tricky. Like, in some ways, it felt like really extreme mini-golf, what this guy's trying to go for, and listen, I enjoy playing mini-golf as much as the next guy, but it's not something that I would ever sit around and watch someone do for a whole day. Like, no one goes to a mini golf course to watch families play. They go to mini golf courses to play it. Because that's kind of what the whole point of golf has always been. It's not a sport you watch to be entertained by. You're entertained the most by playing it. And that's just really what it is. This is a movie that has a really dumb story with really only one character that you care about. And it tries to hold all of it together with recycled jokes and a bunch of characters, cameos, and nostalgia that just doesn't make sense for it. For example, the storyline between Happy Gilmore and his daughter. I understood that. She wants to go to Paris, she wants to be a dancer, he wants to set her up for a bright future. He also has 4 sons who are basically exactly like him. They're loud, they're obnoxious, they're kind of dumb, they're silly, they have nothing going for themselves. They flip out whenever they see something wrong. Again, it goes back to the whole thing. It's a gag they reuse over and over again. Initially it was kind of funny, but they just kept going with it to the point where, all right, we get it. You're all as dumb as your father. I don't need to keep knowing that. You almost ask yourself, if those 4 kids were taken out of the movie entirely and it was just Happy Gilmore and his daughter, would it have made sense? Yeah, totally. Would have made more sense. These guys are just here to try to make you laugh, but you're kind of just rolling your eyes at it. And yeah, like I said, this movie recycles a lot of jokes from the previous Happy Gilmore. It brings back a lot of characters from the previous Happy Gilmore. Yeah, Shooter's back, Ben Stiller's back, and they're the same ridiculous characters they were in the last Happy Gilmore. The difference, however, is in the first Happy Gilmore, their roles just worked a lot better there. This one, Ben Stiller's trying to run AA, and his silly, ridiculous, over-the-top personality just doesn't really work there. And this one, Shooter's been in an insane asylum, and you think he still has it out for Happy, but he ends up coming back and sort of helping him. And again, they didn't want to reuse the same plot from the last Happy Gilmore, but I don't know. Shooter just kind of seemed like a really broken character to the point where you kind of look at him, you're just like, might have just been better off if he wasn't even in it, because I'm not entirely sure what the movie wanted to do with him. Because originally it felt like his character was going to go into one direction, and then it felt like his character is going in another direction, then finally his character ends up where he is, and every period where we see him kind of flip-flopping what he wants to do, he does something kind of ridiculous and over the top that, again, is meant for laughs, but you're kind of sitting there just like, what's the point of this here? Yeah, I will say, I don't know what Adam Sandler's DMs look like or anything like that, but clearly he's got some connections. There's a lot of cameos in this movie. And yeah, are the characters meant for laughs? Are they meant for shock value in the sense like, oh, holy shit, how'd they get that person in here? Essentially, yeah. And I mean, I guess it's meant for laughs in the sense like, oh, wow, even so-and-so ended up being in this movie. That's kind of crazy. But again, with all the cameos they throw into here, you really are asking yourself, it's like, was this all really necessary? And this is a 2-hour-long movie. I mean, this is a 2-hour-long movie. I mean, comedies typically, they're movies that probably can afford to be a little on the shorter side. This movie being 2 hours long, undeniably, it drags on, it felt slow. I was never fully buying into it. And some cameos are fun, some cameos are enjoyable for a moment, but that's all they are is cameos. It's like, they're around for a couple minutes, and then they're just out, and you're just like, all right, again, they're just going for a joke that might land a little or may not land at all. That's just what's really disappointing with this movie. I mean, it feels like a completely unnecessary sequel to one of Adam Sandler's better comedies. And that's what's really the biggest disappointment right there, because I really feel like if Adam Sandler really committed himself, he could have made a very worthy sequel to Happy Gilmore. And instead, he kind of took the cheap way out. Recycled jokes, way too much nostalgia, overabundance of cameos and characters, a drawn-out story that's just silly, and ultimately a movie that, when you break it down, is just dumb. And I know defenders of this movie out there will say, well, the original Happy Gilmore was dumb. Yeah, of course it was dumb, but it worked. That's the kind of dumb you can laugh at and have a great time with. This is the kind of dumb where you're just rolling your eyes at it. So all in all, yeah, Happy Gilmore 2, it's just a pretty fucking stupid movie. There were a couple moments here and there where I laughed, I smiled. There were some cameos in here that I admire that they were able to get so-and-so in. But yeah, I didn't give a shit for the story. The movie's way longer than it needs to be. It was dragging for most of it. I kind of just wanted it to end at a certain point. It recycles the jokes that work for it way too much. The jokes that don't work for it, they recycled those a bunch too. There's characters that didn't need to be in this movie whatsoever. There are characters that I'm not entirely sure the movie knew exactly what to do with said characters. The subplot in this movie was completely over the top and ridiculous in trying to make golf a more extreme sport. It doesn't feel like the type of plot that should be in an Adam Sandler movie. In the end, at this point, I'm really kind of hoping Adam Sandler just sticks to being in more serious dramas for himself, because that's the best thing he's got going. Because his comedies, I can't remember the last good one he made, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. People might say this is harsh, people might say I'm taking the movie too seriously, but I really don't care. This is my opinion on it. And I'm gonna give Happy Gilmore 2 a 3 out of 10, because aside from a couple chuckle-worthy moments here and there, this movie's still bad.
It's bad!
At least it was on Netflix, and I didn't have to go to the movie theater to see it, so saved myself some gas, and I saved myself the price of admission, so there that goes. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.